Hey. What's up? Hey, baby, what's up?
Hey.
Hi.
We're back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Who is this?
We're all back.
We're all back and ready for action. Also, I would like to give a forewarning.
Oh, God.
This session will likely end very abruptly in about an hour and a half, give or take. So, just a forewarning. This will be a shorter session, recording-wise, but I imagine we will play a little bit after it ends. So, next session we'll have like a little bit of a catch-up at the beginning, because I'm a dummy and I forgot my power cord. Anyway.
This episode brought to you by Power Cords.
This episode brought to you by
They're
Asus.
essential, friends.
And they have proprietary power supplies, and they can go eat my dick. So, all right.
Delicious.
Present it.
Present it, yes. Folks, it's been a while. You have all caught up. And I would like to start this session before Captain Rys meets you all. You have a little bit of downtime before Captain Rys plans on leaving Haven City hastily towards Crestfall. But before you meet up with her at the front gates, it wouldn't be a session start without a little burp action. So
Nope, should not.
yeah. So before that happens, I do believe that Bogford has some news. It's morning time in Haven City, and you find two of your old companions after a bit of a hiatus of performing and maybe social drinking and gatherings, and God knows what Grippleys do in their free time with other non-Gripply folk, but hopefully not eat them.
I mean, not in a consumptive way.
Yeah. Literally the perfect answer. Excellent. Terrific. So, I believe you do have a little bit of news to give the party.
So, do y'all need a drink before you hear this? You might need a drink before you hear this.
I'm quite hydrated.
I always need a drink.
I order a round of drinks.
Lay it on me!
And I pour your glass into both of ours, like splitting it evenly.
Well, I did. All right, fine. I brought that upon myself, didn't I?
Indeed you did, my lad.
So our friend Aloysius is not joining us going forward. He's fighting.
Is it something I said?
I mean, they are nice to him at the fighting arena.
Well, that's good. At least he found some sort of companionship.
Is that why he's not here?
He is having a good time fighting, though. Honestly, the, frenzied bloodlust in his eyes was kind of terrifying, but, pretty cool.
Are you doing all right?
I did see a lot of blood.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
Oh, he is thriving.
All right. Did he, by chance, donate his sword to our cause?
Oh, no, he is using that thing.
Well, what a schmuck.
I mean, he's good with it. I couldn't hold it. Do you see how big it is? Could you hold it honestly? And be honest with yourself.
You know, in the back of your mind, you can very easily wield it, but maybe not quite as.
I
well
look down at my friend and just like, no, you're right. I couldn't possibly even fathom the idea of wrapping my fingers around its hilt.
Yeah. Takes a big sip.
Pat, can I please have a lime water? Thank you so much.
A lime water slides across the bar in front of you suddenly.
I shoot it. We're on our way out of town. So while you were busy watching bloodshed,
I slide 2 gold to each of you.
Oh,
great.
Thank you.
I now have 193.
What is this?
I'm gonna stop giving you money.
Just a token of friendship.
We're part of a group.
I inform
Thank you.
Bogford about the adventures through the well and not saving the girl's dog. It was not saved. It was dead. But stopping or at least crippling the wine thievery.
Oh,
I still believe that it's happening, but at least the henchmen are dealt with for good.
So you dealt with the lackeys down below and not the problem up top?
Yes. But Rys, for whatever reason, doesn't seem that bothered by it, because we're on our way out of town to go to Crestfall, nearby city, because they're being attacked by the same demons that attacked us.
Give me a cunning check.
So
Be sort of
demanding.
memory based, but also cunning because it does involve reading a bit.
13.
Reading into the situation, you get a little bit of a pickup on the way that Rys was acting with the wine thief quest when you turned it in. It was
bothered me.
very, very informative and all that. And at the end, you couldn't quite shake off the feeling that Rys may have not been addressing everything. And you, in the end, believe that it's probably just because Rys has a lot on her mind currently.
And in the end, it probably doesn't even matter.
Potentially. But you kind of chalk it up to the fact that Rhys's friend and lieutenant is probably in grave danger and didn't receive the news of the wine thief as well as possible because there's just a lot on her plate.
She's supposed to be a professional. She's not supposed to feel emotion.
Well,
That's not how
not
that
everyone's
works.
perfect.
Well, I'm not a woman, but she apparently is. And
That's
emotions
not how
run
that
high.
works either.
All right. Well,
It's 2022.
I'm a lady. That's why. You're not a lady. I inform this one and say to you,
This one.
you may join us because I'd rather not.
How benevolent of you.
I'd rather not leave you alone. I don't know if you have a home here or friends here. We might be all
I've
you
made lots of
have.
friends. I've made quite a lot of friends, but I will join you because y'all are fun.
Great. And plus, I don't think you finished your anthem. Right? You were writing a song as we were
No, I
traveling.
haven't finished it yet. We got more to see.
See?
Yeah.
I'm talking to God. See?
So this anthem is going to be like journal based. It's going to be like the longest song in the world. by the
Yeah,
end of the
it's gonna be a
campaign.
30-minute song by the time we're done.
It's,
Stairway to heaven.
Exactly.
it's gonna be insert long song here reference. There we go.
Right. I'm ready.
Terrific. Now,
What the hell is Rhys? What's a watch?
you remember that Rhys will be joining you at the front gate very soon. You're currently in the bar.
I originally thought we started session at the front gate, so I quickly stand up and say, we best get to the front gate if we are to meet Rhys and to go to Crestfall.
I will actually give you a little credit. I did mention the two of you at the front gate.
Thank you.
However, I did also say, like, there's a little bit of downtime, and then Boggy mentioned drinks, and I was like, you know what, it actually would make sense that if you guys are done, maybe have a little bit of a hydration sesh and a little catch-up sesh before going to the front gate. So I kind of retroed that, like, passively.
You retroed hard.
Very, very good attention to detail, sir.
I look hard at you and pat decisively on my shoulder.
Okay. I do the same thing.
That tracks.
Oh, that's right.
There we
this
go.
This is the thing we do
Yes,
now.
we did this literally
Alright.
less than an hour ago in game time.
But
Well, that
tracks
was a
are
long
more-
time ago in real time.
Yeah.
I sprang up onto his shoulder
And
pad.
I brace you with my hands and say, come on then.
So we're
Well,
all...
that's delightful.
It only works because look at him.
Has Bogford told them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logford has informed the party of the situation.
That
and
you are dead.
You're like, may as well be. You're like my best friend.
I actually thought about it. Like, my only friend is leaving. Yeah.
Only
You don't want to go with us? on
Probably
this
check my phone. I'm
journey
guessing.
wherever we're going?
Oh no. Okay. Cool.
Well, yeah. No, I haven't messaged you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think maybe there was potential that you may have messaged me in private, but no, that is not the case. All right, folks. I'm going to say a little fast forward to the front gate. You see Captain Rys approaching from the commons of the city at a hasty pace with two chocobo.
And where's yours?
She's riding her chocobo. And there's an extra chocobo riding aside her.
And where's his?
I can't
When-
really ride one of those
And
unless you
where's
got a pretty
theirs?
small one.
When Captain Rys appears and approaches, greets the two of you.
Stop.
Hello.
We have another.
Oh, hello.
I like
She
my
says
eyeball.
in a more feminine tone than what I just did.
Hello.
I'm just going to say, just for the sake of time, because it's a little bit of an awkward situation. Rys was expecting the two of you and figured that the two of you could ride together on a chocobo because
you weigh just north of nothing.
it would
Alright.
be very, very easy to ride together on a chocobo.
Be in my lap.
Lap,
Okay.
shoulders, behind.
On top of
Hey,
Grab my
hey,
behind.
your business.
On top of my bunny business, yes.
Rys does say, I was not aware that you were interested in coming with.
Oh, they didn't mention me?
Not originally.
She's kidding.
We weren't sure.
Shall I arrange for another chocobo? Chocobo's getting a little restless.
Could you ride on your own, or would you feel safer riding with us?
There's room on the lap.
There is room on the lap. I'm quite large, you see.
I'm going to say, just from being from where you are, chocobos are not a familiar thing, nor is riding for
Okay.
you.
There you go.
I have no clue how to drive that.
Hop on, lad. Lad, you? I don't know. I'm sorry.
What's a gender neutral version of ladder lass?
I don't know. Lao.
I like it.
Cool dudes.
Going with that.
Wow. Got it.
Boggy,
Folks.
with your unfamiliarity with this, you don't really understand the hop-on motion, but at the same time,
I understand
you
hop,
can
though.
you can put two and two together.
Yeah, I understand hop.
And you're kind of questioning, the three of you on a single chocobo. You, however, and Rys doesn't question it, so it gives you a little bit more, reassurance that the three of you, considering the two of their incredibly small size comparatively, should not have any issue on the back of a chocobo, especially one as well trained seeming as this one.
Okay.
And that brings up the question of our character. Is this where you will be joining the party? Do you have a connection here, or is it going to be a little bit later on?
It'll be a little later.
What?
I have an idea formulating. I was going to message you in a moment.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Once I have it solidified.
got it.
I change. Whatever makes you happy.
Tiana makes everyone happy.
She does.
Where would you like to sit in relation to Quinn and Glorp?
I
Wrap
want
around
to
his
be
shattered
backwards.
Backwards, facing back,
Yeah.
like back to back with Quinn,
Yeah.
and then Glorp is
Or
like on the shoulders,
stomach to stomach
or
with Quinn.
be really funny.
This is not what I meant.
You guys figure out a way. It gets situated where Bogford is facing backwards,
Yeah.
and is considering this more of like a ride, like
Yeah.
whee.
I'm gonna be just
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
You notice that
got my
Rhys-
legs kicked up on their tail.
that Rhys has an impressive amount of supplies hanging off the side of the chocobo, as well as a large adventurer's pack on her back, and she is sporting her greatsword that you've seen in the past in her office, as well as a couple of other smaller armaments.
What's this town they're leaving?
We are leaving Haven
Haven
City.
City.
It's the capital of Rosalia, and we are headed toward Crestfall, which has been under
Overrun.
overrun, where she plans to meet with her lieutenant and friend Konnik, who you guys briefly met many sessions ago.
Oh, we must
Are you
close
playing
shut
a
the
music on
jaws.
Oh yeah. For sure. I am giving entertainment the whole ride.
Can I have a flute?
I don't see why not.
Isn't your
If
character
it fits
coming
your
with us?
background,
Not yet.
Not at the moment.
But they
if it
would.
fits your background, I would say go for it.
I don't plan on using it as like a weapon or anything.
Like a
She's not
bonus.
going to be barred.
Got it. If it is a functioning flute that a bard would be able to use and use its abilities for, I would subtract 100 gold from your start. But if it is purely for like the aesthetics and like, oh, I was just given this shitty flute when I was in the circus or whatever, if it's just a character thing,
it's just the flute she used in
then
the
you
circus.
can just absolutely have that. Yes, that's fine. If it's just for looks, basically.
Yeah, it's flavor only.
Got it. Alrighty.
He's just staring at nothing.
He does that.
Rys gets a look of determination and very just determined and sincere look. Looks downward on the chocobo. Does like the giddy up motion, and right before the chocobo takes off, says, you can hear barely under her breath, no perception roll needed. She utters a prayer to Rama for Conic.
I giddy at the same time,
Giddy
so that we
up.
can keep pace.
Excellent.
Yep.
Let's eat sand.
When
I
when
grab
you
Bopper.
when you giddy up, before you guys hit like maximum speed, you do see Rys look over his shoulder at you and say, "Unfortunately, you bring along a couple of companions on the same ride. I was looking forward to a race."
Oh, yes, me too.
You're welcome. I whisper.
You're welcome.
Alright. So the way this is going to work
Nice save.
on the chocobo back,
Hey, you did tell me that I had formal training.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You've distracted him now with a
He
text
has
that we cannot read.
absolutely.
We'll experience soon enough, I believe.
I put the ore in the beginning because I don't know if having my own chocobo is even feasible, even as a rental or whatever.
O-R-E.
So I was leaving that up to you.
I actually exactly know what to do about this.
Cool.
I'm gonna say on Chocobo back that encounters are going to be mainly optional. The mist is very thick at this point for the entire ride. It is going to take still quite some time, even though you're on Chocobo, to get to Crestfall. But I will, if you would like,
But we can run.
detail any demons that you happen to spot in the mist if you wish to stop a fight, or if you wish to, like, if it's like a character thing, like, oh, we gotta eliminate evil from the world or something along those lines.
This one's upper body is sticking out of the ground, and just what you see is 20 feet tall. Do you want to stop and fight that?
What I would say is that if I'm the one driving, I would only stop if Rys stops.
Yeah. I'm not gonna implore anyone to stop. I barely know how to
And
fight.
I'm not here.
And I've
See a
seen enough-
demon, run!
Run away.
for your
I do.
life.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice. No, they don't taste good, so I have no interest in stuff.
No, that's
Amazing.
fantastic. Well then, if that's the case, I will just let you know that Rys has absolutely no cares for stopping for the demons in the mist.
Perfect.
Yeah, they pretty much have to be dismounted
Yes.
by one.
Yes. So, with that being said,
Two nat one. Two snake eyes in a row.
Hey! Alright. Extremely uneventful. I want to say that fairly early on in the travels, you see another chocobo with a gnome atop it with a short staff. This gnome loves the "Run for Your Life, Run to the Hills" song that is currently being just blasted from behind Quinn, much to Quinn's distaste, probably. And surprisingly, given the background of the gnome, you're assuming, starts to sing along with the song as if it's just like a well-known song. And you
I'm
can
just
kind
gonna
of
point across the
You
you
mist.
can
Just
kind
like,
of hear it in the distance, but you're quickly approaching where the gnome is. The gnome is actually on the back of the chocobo, facing the other way, and then you just see after you pass that the chocobo turns around and begins to follow you guys,
It just keeps jamming.
continuing to sing all along. You are confused and also amazed that such a small creature as a gnome has such great control over a chocobo.
I make, if this is known, I say aloud to Rys, Rys, we have a follower.
Bogford is hamming it up a bit now.
There's an audience.
Literally, Rys just goes, yeah, I heard the singing. Clearly determined that nothing is going to stop her path. Essentially.
I proceed like this little person. What is up with all these little people? I proceed like they're not there.
How tall are chocobos?
Chocobo, I would say
up
most...
to the riding point.
Up to the seat?
Yes.
I would say most are about 4 to 4.5 feet easy.
So she does look pretty small on this thing.
Yeah.
Yes. They big birds.
She's pretty much she's fully got to climb up there and probably has like a stool system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get up onto it.
Foldable stool.
You definitely have a series of steps or a rope-like contraption to help you get up, yes.
Or I've trained it to kneel.
Or you just jump. This is not going to be immediately known to you guys, but I'm going to have it so that this chocobo that you're riding seemed very afraid, and it was trying to escape something when you came across it, and this was a few days ago.
Got it.
So this would allude to perhaps a chocobo from session 1. Just gonna throw that
Yeah, I was
out there.
gonna say, I'm like,
She would be able to calm it down.
She would.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Maybe a bit of a gift from the DM, but we'll see how well things will turn out.
It ran all the way across the entire world.
D&D groups don't have
what's it that?
they don't have good luck keeping horses or horse-like creatures.
No, they do
What
not.
happened to yours? You guys left it on the other side of a tunnel and just kind of left?
Just ignored it.
The one that had the cart when you guys went into under the
We
tunnel?
forgot.
You guys never went back for that cart.
I mean, I
There
think
will
half
be a
the
series
reason
of
wants to get
rolls.
through to shut up
I'm going
about
to be
her.
honest. I don't expect something to happen because I know the number threshold.
Is it that?
No,
Is it that?
definitely not that either. This is literally the last one. Each of these rolls I'm making 2 hours instead of 1 hour because you guys are on chocobo back. It should actually be more than 2 hours, but I'm just being...
During this
Pretty
entire
quickly.
time, are they just rocking out constantly?
Basically.
Yes. I think-
Until the gnome's voice wears out, basically.
I think at one point, like in between songs, just, hi, I'm Bogford! It's just jamming into the next one.
I love it. That got
And you
close.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was 654.
Radio.
We just watched that.
Yeah, that got a little closer. So the morning light illuminating the thick, otherworldly, dark gray, almost black, magical mist that just
You
kind of
can
like
compare it to pea soup. It's okay.
sits.
Peace out.
Just kind of sits.
It's like
All right, clam chowder.
it's like London and Sweeney Todd.
The
This
London fog.
mist, this non-dissipating
Ew.
mist just kind of just lingers.
Yes.
The morning light does not illuminate this mist anymore.
Gross.
And as the sun sets,
Can we even tell what time of day it is at this point?
well, you know that it is sunset. So as the
Do we know
sun-
that just innately, or are we able to visibly tell?
visibly tell
Okay.
the mist isn't so high up off the ground that it's actually blocking any of your vision.
Got it, okay.
The mist
Would
still
be if we
remains
were on the ground.
Right.
Exactly. Yes. Especially the short.
I forgot that
of the
it's
group.
not super tall.
Yes. So you guys can tell that it is, especially on Chocobo back. You
If
guys
I
can
were
tell
not on
it's sunset.
Chocobo back, would it be over my head?
It would actually be about head level. I would say about 3 feet off of the ground. It's super thick, so your head would be poking up just a little bit. You can jump and see the sun, whatever. But anyway, it is sunset, so the mist is becoming harder and harder to see, and you get the skin crawlies as the cool air rushes past on the Chocobo back. It's getting dark. It's hard to see the ground. It's very hard to see the ground because of all the mist, and you do occasionally spot demons or even small groups of demons not too far off the road, and you're just like ooh, getting the willies, and
Spooky, scary demons.
a bit of a sense of dread comes upon you the last like little remaining light, Rys actually points out a sign pointing to Crestfall, so you know you're very nearby, and you are also aware of the fact that as soon as you get to Crestfall, is likely to be chaos.
No.
As soon as I see her draw a sword or her great sword or whatever, I will pull out my wand.
You imagine you're approaching the outskirts within the next hour. So there's a mental. I said it almost as if I was like a New Zealand, like mental. Like a mental sort of preparation that comes with going into what is likely a war.
For all of you. For me, it's just like, I'm jamming.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally don't know what you're getting into. Which
hey,
is
listen,
hilarious.
we're about to go to war. Do you still want to hang out with us?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, roll d20s for any conversation at this speed.
Oh, to see if it's
7.
14.
Plus 7 willpower.
I'm gonna say this is going to be more of a sense of just pure cunning checks here. Is your Inspire active, assuming?
Oh, yeah.
So these all have pluses to it. +4 for you, +3 for others. So I'd imagine the message, it's going to be cunning based. Yeah, you're super good. Most of your message gets through. You definitely understand that you're in for a bit of a crazy ride. So your character can actually react genuinely instead of just kind of going along with it if you want. You can have like a moment if you'd like. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Do you need a moment?
Chew it over with Twix. Oh my god.
It sounds like y'all can
I
use
say
some
that
help.
shit a lot, though.
Same. What's that?
If you like.
I said,
Almost certainly.
sounds like y'all can use some help.
Hello? Who are you?
Tana Timbers.
Oh, what a surprise.
I legitimately think that you stuttered. What?
Tana Timbers.
I'll find out later.
Shiver my timbers.
Give me a cunning check, actually. This is going to be a fun one.
19.
You understand the fact that Tana Timber is giving you two names. Tana is addressing herself by first and last name. You were able to put that bit together.
I don't
That
remember
was,
last
that was always
name.
the thing with her, is introducing herself by her full name.
Got it.
Usually with a handshake, but we're on.
Yes. A mental handshake.
I always pantomime it. Tana Timbers.
Yes. Very nice. I like how it's upwards.
Yep.
But this time it's going to be straight across or downwards for the most part.
Yeah.
With the exception of Quinn. Yes. Excellent. I believe you wanted to say something, Glorp. Did you get cut off? I'm sorry.
Oh, just rambling about how I don't have a last name. I mean, I probably do. I just don't know what it is.
Dorp.
Glorp doesn't know what it
It's
is.
Dorp.
Glorp.
Dorp, dorp.
Glorp Dorp.
In line with Bogford Bugucket.
Glorpimus Dorpimus.
Love it.
He does have a lovely last name.
Glorpimus Smith.
Terrific. Well, as you are approaching Crestfall's outskirts, you do see that a section of the city is on fire. There is still, but it's a highly damaged wall around the city, particularly around the front gates.
Kvatch.
And then I'm going to have you all give me a d20 for anything else that you see beyond that.
7 again.
17. Backwards.
12.
Yeah,
Mine fell on the floor.
That
Which floor
tracks.
was the knife? It's on the floor.
tracks.
Where are you, my love?
I'm going to go ahead and start with...
Oh, it's by your foot, Jeffrey.
Oh, of course it is.
You're
That
right.
happens
Oh.
literally every time.
Your
Always
right
end up by your
foot.
foot.
No, your other foot.
Your other right.
What did it say?
It doesn't count. It's not on the table.
Oh,
You have
for
some
God's
fans over
sake,
Come here.
man. 8.
Can I pet you?
So this is going to be a cunning check, and you're going to add 3 to it because of her Inspire ability.
So, if I'm adding the 4, then that's 21 for me.
Yes, and I'm going to give you nice details.
That's 14.
Excellent, thank you. You with your, I believe 14 was actually the best roll, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 7.
I had a 12. I didn't have any
17.
modifiers though.
Okay, so the two
I
of
have
you
3 cunning.
can have a little something.
With modifiers, it'd be
Okay.
17.
Yeah, you're actually quite good. But I'm actually more interested in the backside here, real quick. You're facing the back. You're rocking out, and you know that you're approaching out here based just on how somber everything kind of gets all of a sudden.
I get bad vibes.
And you actually can see a little bit through the mist that there are corpses on the ground, of which you cannot identify, but you do remember with your cunning roll that the slimy demons don't really have much of a body that is visible after they go. So these corpses, you imagine, are non-demon corpses.
I'm gonna switch to a more somber tune. I'm reading the room.
Reading the room. Excellent choice. I'm going to say Glorp and Tana.
It's going to take a bit.
It's going to take a bit, yeah.
It's easier to say than Aloysius, though.
It is, thank God.
TT.
Glorp and Titty.
Oh my God.
Glorp and Tana.
Not really, yeah.
What you see is, I'm going to say, you do see figures
Strange figures.
in the mist,
Figures. No one else is going to get that reference.
not moving.
Sounds familiar.
It's a Marx Brothers movie.
So you see less detail, is what I'm getting at, and you're like, oh God. But you also do hear a lot of commotion in the city. Type of commotion that would lead you to believe that there is still an ongoing fight. Rys calls out shortly after your guys are picking up all this information. Rys calls out that the battle is still strong ahead. Prepare yourself, we will dismount just outside the front gate. Unless if you're trained on Chocobo back.
Trying not to think about how she may know that.
Outside the gate, is there a place to tie chocobos down?
These chocobos, okay, well, in character, she would not even think to say anything about that because she's confident that the 2 chocobos that she brought will be tamed. They'll just wait.
As far as, yeah, but as
As far as you are concerned, you will find a makeshift place.
Okay.
The front gate has places in which you can do a makeshift job, but it'll take time.
Okay. I just imagine, like, the reason I was asking is because obviously I want to keep the chocobo, but I was thinking, like, when you're just going into town, you're not going to be there long tying up outside rather than trying to board it at, like, an inn.
Yes.
Just that kind of thing.
You guys arrive to the front gate, and you can see that Rys is, like, not struggling to keep composure, but is minorly freaking out a little bit at the destruction, as moving very quickly. Dismounted, took a couple things off of the chocobos, pouch or out from the pouches, is basically equipping herself. She has like boot daggers. Is bringing. You see a couple of bottles that she's putting on her belt, a throwing knife, and she pulls out her great sword and literally just immediately charges towards the town center.
Okay. While she is pulling her stuff out, I don't know. I thought that was mine. I'm muted. I go. I stand by her while I'm getting ready, and I just say, "Hey, I know we don't know each other, but we got this. We'll be the difference makers here."
Give me a d20 on your card.
Cunning? Okay.
Find your optimism disturbing.
Is that plus inspo?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so 18.
Am I still on your shoulder?
If I dismounted, I grabbed you around the belly, dismounted, and set you on the ground.
Before I did that, I whispered you, "I'm going to sneak." I got in trouble for
I
not
whispered
telling
to
him
you,
and just
got
doing
it.
it, and him going, "Where are you?"
Yeah, where the
do
fuck you go?
Now where do we go? And it was just the 2 of us.
I whisper back, got it, and let you go.
Okay. You can tell that your message was received, and it definitely struck her. She like visibly reacts to you, but she does not respond to you.
Okay.
You see Glorp suddenly vanish. You're going to need I shouldn't say that. Give me a d20 on your sneak.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The fog is
+3.
a benefit now.
Yes, it is.
2.
It's not a
Plus
nat
17.
1. Yeah, it's not a nat 1, so guess what? No one knows where you are, at least for the party.
Including the guy you
Wait a minute.
told.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there...
Just don't try to find him. He'll come to you.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he'll come to you.
Now you're ready to sail for the horn.
It's very interesting. Okay. You get the feeling that there are enemies very nearby, not just where you hear fighting happening in the city. And you can't shake that feeling. However, Rys has not effectively left your party, but has already gone forward. So it's going to be a choice if you wish to remain with Rys at her pace, or if you wish to basically assist in your own unique style, own way.
I would rather not go charging ahead. I would rather...
especially if we're sensing danger, I think.
Yes, I would rather, and also be able to keep his sneak. I would like to go in at our pace, but I very dramatically go and like light up my wand tip.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, let's go. And my ears
How'd you
flow
do that?
in this nonsensical breeze.
How'd you do that?
I have long ears.
Yep, definitely meant that. How'd you line up your staff?
You just sort of bring out your inner light out through your heart, down your arm, and through the fuel that is inside of your stick.
It's beautiful.
that tracks. You should teach me that sometime.
Do it right now. You can do it literally right now.
It's just the light, right? The inherent light that he's
Yes.
doing? Okay.
If it helps, mutter Lumos.
I attempt to do what he described. I haven't cast light before because she's traveled a lot, but I don't see her as like a dungeon diver on her own, at least.
You have accidentally cast light before.
Okay, but doing it
It's
intentionally.
that common, yes.
But doing it intentionally is what
Yes,
we're talking about.
yes.
Visualize the warmth of your heart at the tip of your staff.
Okay. I would like to roll how bright the light is.
Sure.
16.
You
Plus
are
3.
remarkable.
Plus 3.
Pretty dang
Just
bright.
like every other magician.
Aesthetically, Quinn, your light is a very bright white, almost blue, and your fairy is purple, correct?
No, same color as what you're describing. Actually, I can get my dice that I based them off of.
Yeah?
Oh my god, I'm pumped.
So they're both the same color as like your wand tip and your...
Yeah.
Okay.
My eyes are purple. My body is blue.
Yes.
I forget this, so I have to look at my paper.
Aesthetically, what color light would you like yours to have? Very nice.
Ooh.
I love it.
So she changes her hair color a lot. Probably just
Your
match
hair.
whatever her hair is.
Kind of.
That's
Just have a
fine.
changing light.
What's it
Yeah.
currently?
Right now, she's like in the new picture, which
Okay.
is the
So kind of an orangish.
yeah.
Okay. A very warm light
Mhm.
erupts from your short staff, and it matches the light blue, almost teal glow very nicely, actually. It looks lovely.
Nice.
Y'all look really cool right now.
You are taking a little bit of
Yo, I know.
extra time tying up the chocobo. Give me a d20.
Is this plus anything or just straight?
Me too, because I'm tying up mine too.
This is, you know what? Yeah, go for it.
Is this plus anything?
11.
This is going to actually be a true check. I'm going to add my own bonuses to this.
Okay.
That's not fair.
2.
2. Okay.
It was on a 12 for a moment.
Yeah.
Can I assist if I see her struggle?
I'm actually going to say when you go to tie yours up, the chocobo actually looks at you, sees that what you're doing, and then like really looks at you and warks.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally like wark.
It's that
I'm
trained
just-
and intelligent.
I'm like, all right, fine, and then I go over to the non-trained one.
Give me an additional d20, and you're going to roll at disadvantage. I'm so sorry.
19 and 20.
That's actually incredibly impressive.
Cool.
Nice.
So 19 plus the inspired bonus plus plus my own thing. When you were attempting to tie yours, it did not like the idea of being tied and was resisting. And then the moment Quinn came up and to assist with the tying,
partially being lifted off the ground.
It recognized Quinn.
Oh.
And stopped immediately and gave like a word.
Well, is this the one that I had like a moment with where it stared at me a bit as I was freeing it and then it darted off?
Your roll is high enough to where I can actually affirm or confirm yes.
Okay, so if I recognize it, I'm going to say, "Dear heart, you're all right. Just stay put, and I will tie."
Its work was
Wark.
It was like you can sense it was kind of relieved, but also it didn't want to be tied up.
We'll be right back, and we'll bring you popcorn.
Do you continue tying?
Oh, you got popcorn?
Excellent. The 3 chocobos remain there. One tied, the other 2 very patiently waiting, fluffing up their feathers, like
That's
nipping
really
at themselves.
Adorable, Jeff. Please do that again.
just making themselves look pretty. You notice that Captain Rys's chocobo is quite nice and actually has like the writing like.
Is it a different color?
Slightly. It is a brighter color. These are like a dim, like off blonde color, and hers is more of like a vibrant golden color.
Oh, mine's blue.
Almost like a canary yellow, but with a few like orange shimmery feathers like mixed in. Also, hers has like a chain like coif or coif. I think it's
never known how to pronounce it.
Yeah, has like the chain mantle, let's just say, on, and has like the fancy like snoot, the beak armor, and riding gear. So it's very nice.
I'm gonna look it up.
I believe it's coif, but anyway, you guys do have that sense of lingering danger. You all, with the exception of Tana, have felt this kind of presence before, but you are feeling it a bit extra. You
Alright.
get a more sinking sensation.
We have fought these creatures before. They are literally demons.
They
Literally evil
I'm
creatures.
Stuck.
I decided not to take Divine Presence because I felt like that'd be metagaming.
I do have a question about that when I get to level 5.
They are pretty fucking freaky.
And do not eat them.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning.
You're welcome.
I know no one can see, but I nod to myself.
We'll keep you as safe as possible because you chose to come here for some insane reason. But we should
and
get...
because you're really good at jamming out.
Oh, thank you.
And for a gnome, you're cute, I guess. Let's go inside.
For a gnome?
I help.
You two always have such interesting dialogue. Right, anyway.
and let's get inside so we can actually help these people. It is coif, by the way.
Did he say
Coif,
for a
excellent.
gnome?
You'll get used to it.
All right.
He meant it as a compliment.
And little friends, wherever you are, I hope you're ready to stab people.
Not me.
Let's go. Let's
The
go.
list does not respond.
The middle finger floats where you can't see it.
I look behind me.
Even if you're like jumping up, it barely pokes out of the mist.
Just a mage hand somewhere else with the middle finger.
You are immediately I don't want to say approached, but you're given the opportunity to, with the exception of just like tiny little alleyways, which you're like never in a million years.
Yeah.
With all the mist and everything going on, you're like, that's a death trap. You have the main path forward, which actually leads to the town square. You were assuming because that's where all the noise is coming from, and Rys did actually mention that that's where she was headed. You see her very off in distance, and you're basically losing sight of her now because of how dark it is. And then you have 2 main roads that veer off to the side. It looks like the city has a circular, I don't know, type of architecture. Like it's just plotted that way. So, so in your mind, you can kind of picture like a big round city.
So Cyrodiil's capital. I want to head.
At all.
I want to head towards the White Gold Tower's on fire. I want to head towards the middle personally because we know that's where our ally is going. But I'm not the leader.
No, he left.
I know he's still stuck, but he would agree with you.
He just fucking abandoned us.
He's like, oh, I can make money doing
When
this.
you are snuck, things like that, like your opinions and stuff, sadly, like
But I know
they
Jimmy.
actually shouldn't. They shouldn't actually know.
I know. But
It's-
I feel like interjecting
It's
I'm
is
just
unfortunate.
following
Yeah,
you.
I know.
But I know you.
That's the
But I
difficult part
agree
about a
with you.
sneaky
Like
character.
that it shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm just following.
He is following you. Sorry.
I do
That's it.
hope so. What do you think?
Yeah, we're following the leader, wherever he may go.
Yeah, where is he? He's fighting in the Fighters Guild somewhere. Hopefully he's not dying with Rama's sword in his hand.
He loses his first battle. And is dead.
I hope he's doing well.
He was kicking ass.
You do know that the arena stuff is mostly non-lethal, and you're actually going through training right now. Your bloodthirsty eyes and stuff was actually hilarious, but he's not quite at that level.
Unless you have a death match with Benedict Starkiller.
But it also makes sense for a bard to exaggerate.
Yeah.
Of course.
Circular base.
All right, let's head towards the middle path, towards hopefully this circle or the square.
Excellent.
The squared circle.
I'm going to say you are actually hundreds of feet behind Rys at this point. After
Slow down.
I can actually work with that a little bit. I'm going to go with this. That makes sense. Alright. As you go down the middle path, kind of like when you were on Chocobos, riding here, kind of off the path, you have options to get into miniature, I don't mean to say miniature fights, that's dumbing it down too much, but you
Tussles.
have optional tussles, essentially, and you may basically approach these tussles at any point,
Sorry.
but it would take time before you get to apparently where the big battle's happening, if you know what I mean.
What's my defense?
Your defense will be 5 because you don't have dexterity, and you don't have a shield.
But she does have a short staff, so it depends on whether she's using it two-handed, right?
The two-handed bit, I believe, would increase it by 1, if I'm not
I need to
mistaken.
get the-
What's my spell failure spell burst? I did take improved casting.
Could you read me improved casting?
-5 chance to spell failure, +5 bonus to spell burst.
And you have at least 5 willpower, correct?
I have 5 willpower.
Okay. So you have plus 10% chance of spell burst, which means you can spell burst or spell crit on 18 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
And then your spell failure rate, you said -5%. So typically spells will fizzle or just not work at all on 1, 2, 3. Man, it's been a while. Holy crap! So yeah, it should be 1, 2, and 3. And then so -5% would be 1 and 2. That actually doesn't sound quite right off the top of my head. I believe it might be 1 through 4.
It's 1 through 3.
Is it 1 through 3? Okay, thank you. So I was right. Cool. So basically, your success will be 3 or higher.
Well, 4 or higher, because 1 through 3 is a fail. 4 to 20 is a success for spells.
Correct. He actually has minus spell failure rate, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yes.
shouldn't have interjected.
That's okay.
Two-handed style. You have it. Characters that have a two-handed weapon, like you, get a +1 to attack for every 2 points of strength. You don't have that. Additionally, the character receives +2 defense,
2. That's right.
and the other stuff does not apply.
Cool. So your defense is 7. As long as you're using the short stuff.
What's my attack if I decide to melee with it?
If you decide to melee, it's going to be a 1d6 weapon damage, and your attack is going to be a 1d20 plus essentially nothing because you don't have dexterity.
Yeah. I don't even need to write
Yeah.
that because that's par for the course.
All right, these tussles.
Yeah,
How many?
tussles,
How many of these
optional.
demons are in these tussles? So I can get
I
a feel?
rolled really well. So on your way behind Rys, almost immediately you see in an alley a group of 3 demons, and that's about all. That's about all that you can ascertain from that because of mist and how dark it is and the fact that it's in an alleyway. They are roughly 40 or 50 feet away from the main path.
Okay,
You are unaware if they notice you.
I will hesitate, look determinedly at that little tussle, look at my other two. No.
They might come up behind us.
Not so fast.
I'm gonna unsneak
Okay.
and just be like,
I will see you and go, whoa!
oh, I rolled a 15 for unsneaking, thank you.
Unsneaking does not require a roll, but I appreciate the confirmation.
I mean, I like the roll because like, I rolled a 1 coming out, so you like trip, and that's how we see you.
It's actually really funny.
Or 20, you like do a backflip out of the alleyway from over their heads, like from
Like,
over
by the way, I'm
demons'
here.
heads.
I whisper to Glorp, though, you want to attack that little group? Yes?
Yes.
Alright, let's fucking do it. Then I trounce over.
Okay.
I'm mostly worried about them coming up behind while we're fighting the main group.
I can see that being a problem.
Excellent. We're going to go ahead and do initiative, even though initiative is not really a thing in my game. But I do enjoy rolling the d20s at the beginning of combats anyway, just to get a better idea of how ready everyone is. I think it's fun.
8.
You'll be adding your dexterity to this.
I'm going last.
17.
Thank you.
You see my roll?
Oh yeah, dude. Fantastic.
I'm glad that's my first
What's your
one
dex?
in combat.
Honestly.
It is something.
Excellent.
I think it's like
It is a
6 or
number
something.
of something.
5?
14 plus 5.
Excellent. All right.
19. Nat 1 plus 0.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Upon you guys deciding to approach these demons, you notice the demons become more rigid. They're already kind of doing like
Are they turgid?
Ugh, I hate that word.
they already are very like lanky and tall, but then you see them suddenly stiffen almost as if they're suddenly aware of something.
Oh no. It's like...
Let's see here. No, I don't need that. You, Glorp, I'm going to give you a ranged attack opportunity right now.
I cannot do ranged attack.
Can I check your shurikens?
Yes, I do, but do I want to?
You have the option to, because I believe you're currently unsnuck.
I am unsnuck. Oh, sorry. How many are there?
There are 3.
Okay. Yeah, what the hell? I'll throw a shuriken at one of them.
Excellent. They're very close together, like a tight little group.
Can I throw 2 shurikens?
I'm going to give you 1 shuriken throw.
Okay. 6.
What's your bonuses on top of that?
Dexterity's 5.
What? Yes.
Nice.
Is that for me to wrestle?
Yes.
No, I have a +4 attack. Throwing. And 2%
Is this the
crit.
characters or is this...
Excellent. So +4 attack, so you got +4, and then +5 is 9, plus you roll a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and pick one that you hit at random because I did not give any distinctions.
Yep, that's fine.
Excellent. That works out. I'm going to roll your damage. You successfully strike it just off center of the chest.
Thank you.
And what do I add again to the damage?
So it's going to be your 1d6 plus cunning. And then if your throw ability adds any damage, I think
It does. It
I think
adds
it
2.
does.
It's only for the dog.
So it'll be
Cody
6.
gets the best water.
It deals 6 shuriken damage to that one.
Shuriken.
Shuriken.
Hadouken.
And then I'm going to go ahead
Code and
and
The
Bogan.
next secret
start
lair.
doing regular phases, starting with the demons, actually.
I was
Ew.
at 17, just
You
because
had
I don't think I
17?
said that before.
You had 17?
I rolled 16 plus 1, so 17
Oof.
for initiative.
Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and give you a ranged attack.
Oh, nice.
Before we start off with...
I've got magic. Quick question. Is there like a balcony in this alley or anything? Like, how tall are the buildings?
Buildings are tall. They're not like super tall. These are still technically kind of on the outskirts, but they're definitely like 1-story, 2-story types of deals. Kind of like alternating. Mostly 2-story, I'm going to say. There are like awnings. If there is a balcony, I'm going to say it's like very small, like just around like one door or like one window. It's not like a whole landing, so to speak. And I'm going to say immediately above you is exactly that. Just one little pop out next to like basically like what is effectively just like a little viewing window.
Would I be able to hop up there?
I'm going to say...
I got those frog legs.
You do have frog legs. I'm going to say
They're
that
tasty.
it is probably about 9 feet off of the ground.
I'm 3 feet.
They got
so.
frogs for legs.
Yeah.
Yes. And I want to say I defined how high you could jump in a previous session.
Yeah.
I
can't remember what it is.
I just don't quite remember, but I do remember it going off of the fact that frogs can like leap something like something. It was something.
It was something like 6 times their height or something.
Yeah, something dumb like that. But we're talking like that's a frog. You're
So
a
that's
frog
2
person.
times my height. So that's 3 times less than what frogs can do.
I'm kind of gonna go with a. I think you could do one of those things where you can jump up and kind of like latch on.
Okay.
And have to pull
You
yourself
let me
up.
do a
Kinda
6-foot hop for my
6-foot hop?
Oh, really?
2 feet because I have it in my character sheet for something else.
It's like 3 times the height. I'm gonna go with that.
You are awesome for writing that down.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Actually,
Yeah, that was
so if you're
I have to roll
around
for
3 feet
Ian.
tall, you can
I am 3 feet exactly.
you can get up onto a 9-foot ledge.
Cool.
You can't clear a 9-foot spot without an exceptional roll, but you can get up to a 9-foot landing.
And then I'm gonna chain lightning.
Fantastic. So you're gonna climb up there and then chain lightning from there.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's
Just gonna
going to
hop
be.
and
I'm going to give that essentially all of your movement, and you're not going to have time for anything else except just that.
Oh yeah.
Just
No,
like that.
that's all I was gonna do anyways.
Terrific.
I wasn't gonna move from that spot. I wanted out of the mist and at a better angle.
Is it cock lightning?
It is not cock lightning.
What is that?
Lightning shooting out from your groin area.
It's from.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's from Critical Role.
Cock lightning.
The bard in
Yes.
their first campaign did that.
All right.
The
No,
TV
it is-
show,
you
it is
climb
coming
up to
straight
the
from
landing.
Matilda's heart.
And I will be happy to
The TV
give you
show's on
all
Amazon
of this
Prime now, like the
action
animated show.
before the demons have a chance to go.
Amazing.
If you give me a successful, effectively it's going to be like an athletics acrobatics check.
Cool.
So give me a d20. I'm going to base this off of dexterity.
good catch.
14.
14. Does that include your +4?
No. So that brings me to an 18.
I'm going to say that you are successful in getting up there and you have just enough time to crack off your chain lightning before they have a chance to react.
Hell yeah. So
Give me a d20 roll for your cast.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Mana Blast on her.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. You feel so
Matilda just
awesome
smokes a little.
to just like jump up, climb up, and then you strum, and exactly that smoke comes out, and you're just like, what? And then you feel like something was just pulled from you, and that's your MP leaving your body. That's
so
a very
sorry,
sad feeling. You expend the MP, but nothing happens aside from maybe striking a little fear in something somewhere. Like, oh god, oh, nothing happened.
Just sounds like a fart.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Rama was not with you on that one. I'm going to have little demony guys go. We're going to go with...
We're all a bunch of damn squishies.
That is a hit. What's your defense, Glorp?
What is my defense? I believe it's 5.
Okay.
Hold on,
I
no.
am
Just
so
give me
sorry.
a moment. 6. It's 6. Oh,
6,
lovely.
You are being hit twice.
Ooh.
I have more defense than the rogue.
That is true.
I'm a pure caster.
Early levels, it's a little strange.
How much dex do you have?
I have 5.
So it's going to
so
plus 1 from that.
you should have 6 defense.
I do
6.
indeed. I have 6, which I just said.
I apologize. I'm an asshole.
I'm double fisting a staff, so.
Grab hard.
Hit it. You are being dealt kind of a lot of damage right now.
That's kind of not... That's lame.
A long,
I should have slept.
long, like almost like throwing stave-like projectiles.
Projectiles?
Yes. 2 of them come shooting at you and strike you in the gut. Both of them.
Ugh, I need that.
And
maybe I will eat you now.
it deals you 6 for the first one and 7 for the second, for a total of 13 piercing damage.
And Multiverse of Madness. Her pin.
I had to watch that like 5 times.
This is the
to
pin.
make sure I
That's the
saw
pin she's wearing.
and listened.
That's
to
the pin
everything.
she's wearing.
The third one
right?
simply moves forward and gets into much closer into range.
Oh shit.
And it's breaking away from
Wait
the
a
other
minute.
2.
Oh, I just fucked up.
13 damage.
Yes. I'm going to go with a full-on player phase now. Everyone gets a melee.
I sneak! Oh, the 2. Plus
Okay.
all the other shit.
Got it. I don't think this is going to matter.
That was a ton of horrible
Yeah,
rolls.
you feel pretty good about your sneak, even though you know you could have done much better. So you go into sneak. Did you want to move yourself into position?
Before he sneaks, can I do an instant heal on him? So because it's an instant action.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
So I can heal you a bit. That's a crit for me.
20 for 33.
Which be... So you would add a half magic to that, right?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it'd be 9 plus 4 is 13. I just healed you for.
Holy
What?
crap.
I'm full again.
Literally, Glorp screams of pain from getting 13 piercing damage dealt, and then immediately goes into a sneak on his turn, and then gets healed, and is like, wow, I should sneak more often.
That's not what never mind.
Alright. It is... I'm going to go ahead and go with... I'm going to say Bog is a little distraught currently. And I'm going to go with the 2 of you are able to go first. You're going last.
I should wait till next turn with that roll.
Yeah, seriously. Quinn, go ahead and act.
So the one that I knew got struck by a shuriken,
Yes.
I'm going to go, sup.
That's the one that was approaching you guys and did not shoot anything at you all.
Sup.
Saw, dude.
Saw, dude. That one is closing the gap on you guys. It is like essentially like in the quote middle of the battlefield, like halfway between its group and your group.
But I've already used my instant. Oh yeah, that's a moot point anyway. So I'm gonna only zap for 9 holy damage.
I'm going to give the guy 9 holy damage, eh? Terrific. Do that. Terrific. Anything else? Any like movement or minor action?
I want to sidle just under the window that they're under.
Excellent. Okay. Technically, Boggy should be going before you, but Boggy's not here right now, so I will give you...
Okay. How's that one looking?
The one that just got zapped by holy damage. You basically like zap the shuriken out of its chest. It goes...
Hey, metal's conductor.
It's not looking too good, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to tell. You haven't faced off against a foe like this before. However, you have seen them in recent times because of the whole mist situation. You can give me a d20 check if you like to officially check its condition.
8. Is that cunning?
Yes.
So 9 with that.
Plus
and then
3 is 12. I'm going to say that you aren't too sure about its condition. It's hard to tell. You know it's taken a good amount of damage, and that's about all you can glean from that. However, you do notice that this one appears to be like... more veiny isn't a good descriptor. I feel like you feel like it's
not a good descriptor
it's
for anything.
more It has a little bit more of like a pulse-like bit to it. Like you see it pulsing in different areas non-rhythmically.
Got it.
And Boggy, it is. You may go.
Oh, sorry.
There are 3 bad guys. One's damaged. The other 2 are fresh.
Well, that's damage is walking towards us.
Yes.
Cool.
And somebody has a theory about what it might do, but we don't know it yet.
It's a meta theory, so.
Oh no. Well, I'm not gonna try lightning this time. I'm gonna try ice. Cause that didn't work out for me last time.
Okay.
The one that's coming towards us, I want to like try.
Ice him.
Yeah.
You want to ice him real good?
Yeah.
All right, go and give me a casting roll.
Have a different old right.
Yeah, different dice.
Booyah!
Nat 20.
Wow, one and then a nat 20. I mean, dude, a chain lightning nat 20 would have been psycho, but
Yeah, I
right.
kind of wish I tried chain lightning again at this
you,
point.
You nat 20'd an ice spell, which is going to be fantastic. Go ahead and give me your maximum benefits for your ice spell.
So it's
going
max
to
damage.
be max weapon damage, and you get to add your magic score, half of your magic score on top of the damage.
So it's magic plus half magic?
Yes.
Okay. So
What's my magic score?
your so it's max that, so that's 8.
Okay, so 8.
Plus magic, which your magic is 3. So that's 11. Plus half magic again, 1.5. 2. So 13.
Nice. Thank you.
13 cold damage. Heck yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that math.
13 ice, boom, and I'm automatically going to give it its effect because ice has a slow effect. I'm giving it to it because it crit. You deal the 13. It starts to move. It starts to move very slow, and it seems extremely weakened, almost like it's about to like fall to its knees, and its movements become very irregular.
Do they have knees? Because I was gonna like cap them if they did.
Yeah.
I wasn't informed of this.
Do you think they were just like missed?
I honestly, to be honest, I was imagining them being the lesser rage demons from Dragon Age,
Oh.
like the slithery, like
Yep.
like the weird,
They
like
actually
slurpy kind of
are
motions.
very much like that, but
Okay.
they
Then
actually
they don't have
have,
knees.
but they have legs. I love you,
A
but
big asshole.
See, I've been imagining more of the pride demons, which have definite
Yeah.
legs and knees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoulders,
so
legs,
he
and
got
knees,
ice.
legs,
Is there anything else to do on the balcony? By the way, the balcony positioning, I am giving you advantages
Nice.
right now, but you are not quite aware of them.
Okay.
Just keeping them secret.
Cool.
You can do more than just assess the enemy. I just deferred to her turn because she
Oh, no, I know.
was saying first.
I would have deferred anyway.
Yeah.
So she's back.
Yesterday.
It took
Just
you minor
because.
action to do the assessment.
I almost texted you.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, I think I am good. There's not much else I can do because I can't cast another spell. So
Cool. So you are
I'm just continuing.
standing very, almost vindicated. Like, yes, damn right, I cast that super well. Of course I did.
Good job, Matilda.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's the first spell I've cast today. I'm just gonna magic missile. I'm gonna blast the one that's walking towards us and one of the other two. Because I have 2 bolts and I can
2 bolts.
target
Okay,
2
cool.
spells.
So you're doing one at the one walking towards us and then one at the other
Yes.
one.
And my magic score is 8.
Just for shits and giggles, do you prefer the left target or the right target behind the middle one?
We'll say right.
Right. Okay.
That's not right.
How much is your magic?
8. 6 plus 2 because of the.
You have 8 magic.
I have 6.
Oh, that's
Plus
right. You're
2.
short staff. Cool. So you do 8 damage to each of them.
Where'd you get this staff from?
I'm level 3.
How'd you get to level 3?
Jeff was being nice.
I'm just.
How'd you get Jeff to be nice?
She's been traveling on the road for a
I
bit.
don't care. I'm being silly.
The one in front of you guys that's been basically slowed and crippled, it takes the arcane bolt to basically the opposite side of where the shuriken and the holy blast was, and its shoulder just falls off along with his arm, and it just crumples. Just a very sad
Ooh,
defeat.
fuck.
And then
No,
another
get
bolt
up.
kind of whizzes almost through the missing shoulder area and just clips one in the jaw behind that and deals 8 damage, and it's very cool looking.
Nice.
Your magic missiles, I'm going to, for aesthetic purposes, have the same color as your light spell.
Is it going to change with the light spell then?
Yes.
So it'll change with her hair color.
Yes.
Got it. Nice.
And that's the end of player phase there.
Did Jenny get to go again?
Jenny was sneaking, and then I believe you wanted to reposition.
I did. I wish to move very, very close. As close as I can get close.
However, you are right. I don't believe that was actually
I think all
confirmed.
I think all Glorp did was sneak, and we didn't do anything beyond that.
Got it. Thank you. I'm so sorry. You were well snugged. You were healed, and then we didn't confirm that you moved closer. I'm so sorry.
I think the healing distracted away.
Yes.
Which those
You
good
move
moves
as close
still not
as you
faulting
can.
you for it.
I'm going to have you, since you went first in this round, I'm going to have you about where the dude died, like right in the middle. You're like passing that guy's body, and you're approaching the 2 ranged guys in the back.
Cute.
Of the 2 ranged guys, we are definitely looking at Boggy, and we are definitely looking at Tana. Boggy, what's your defense?
5.
All right.
Oh
And
my God.
Tana, you have 7. Okay.
Too bad you didn't attack me first.
That's true. But you don't know their bonuses. You shut up.
I actually don't. I was just kind of assuming.
Well, that actually works out. Wow. I actually feel bad for Glorp now. 2 damage and 2 damage. Rolled miserably. This is embarrassing. Everything's fine. I just took 13 damage. Was healed immediately. That is actually the end of enemy phase. That was pathetic.
Don't be so mean. to
Glorp.
yourself.
Because we burned one down, so...
Yes.
Glorp, you are not within range to melee them while in sneak mode right now. You can position yourself for an excellent behind-the-back attack for your next turn if you wish.
I do that.
Excellent. Would you like the one that is currently damaged slightly or not damaged?
Damage slightly.
Damaged slightly. Excellent.
How close are they together?
They're actually very close together, like within 5 feet. And I'm going to go ahead and do this.
17 more come out of the fog.
Son of a bitch!
Give me an extra d20, please.
I would kill them all in one attack. Let them surround me.
Just explode.
15!
You are good.
Solar
Excellent.
flare.
I believe Boggy was next in the lineup. Boggy.
She can go nuclear if she needs.
I am.
Going ghost.
I'll try chain lightning again. I can only try it one more time. Yeah, I'm
But
gonna.
remember we have fights coming up.
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So never mind. I'm just going to cast lightning.
Or you can also zap, which costs nothing. That it just equals your magic stat.
Wait,
I don't
what?
have a wand though.
Can anybody with a magical property?
I believe that was actually the drawback, if I'm not mistaken, of being
Yeah, I
a
don't
bard
think I can
using
do that.
instrument. Because they have the bard abilities.
Yeah, I'm inspiring all of y'all.
There is
are quite
actually
inspiring.
there's actually a loot ability. Did you write the?
Nope, I didn't see
I
that.
could have sworn back in the day I sent out the message for loot properties. It's,
So
it's
loot,
in
you
weapons and armor.
All allies receive +2 damage and +10% crit chance
Would have been
on
nice.
strike.
Oh, I do
That's-
have that
it's-
written down. I just didn't have it.
That's as long as the song is going, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Loot or song
Which
effects
card was it?
happen automatically whenever a
Ace of
song is
Cups.
being played.
Okay, I wrote it right.
So
I
it's-
was just doubting
If
myself.
you are playing a song,
I always
Which-
always got a song in my heart.
But songs are abilities.
but the actual ability, like an actual song ability, active. So that would be.
Well,
I
we've been
believe-
getting the +3s.
Yeah,
Yes, and that. Which song is that again? I'm so
It's
sorry.
inspired.
yeah, inspire. I have Tides of Fate and Inspire.
Got it. So I believe Tides of Fate is the actual song. So it would be the +2 damage and 10% crit strike chance. That's going to be just like an ongoing thing that's happening
Yeah.
as long as Tides of Fate is being played. And then
So +2 damage to spells too.
yes,
So I took 10.
yes, it did. All enemies are dealt non-lethal damage equal. Okay, so this is kind of going to be like your zap ability.
Okay.
Cacophony is going to be all enemies are dealt non-elemental damage equal to your character level
Plus magic.
plus magic.
So 6.
Yeah, loot is awesome.
Woof.
Thank you for that.
That's 6.
That's better than zap.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Cacophony.
Cacophone.
I'm just gonna strum all of the chords at once.
I do
With an
cacophony,
epitome.
and I believe that's going to be, you said 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 magic, 3 level.
Yeah.
Woo! All right.
That's hella good.
Goddamn, that is fantastic. Excellent. Go. And then you get sir. Queen.
Hold on a moment.
Cool. So I light my sword, and I go like, "Hey, don't hit them anymore." And I hit one of them.
The one that's taken 2 strikes or 1 strike?
Is that from Disneyland?
2.
What is that? Oh, that's a 1. I'm so
Yes.
Is it from Disneyland?
Sometimes ones.
Is this the
happen.
build your own one?
No, that's Leia's.
Oh, okay.
You stroll up to the
Nice.
more damaged one very confidently and do a little bit of a flourish and go in for a strike and come just short, and the blade goes right in front of its face.
How do you turn it on?
And you're just like, God damn it.
That's literally what...
Yeah, it's.
Why did they just make it that?
I don't know. Well, that would have worked.
Yeah, what if?
Oh well. I'm right in their face.
Yeah, you are definitely in their face. Tana. Unless you have anything else you wish to do. Tana.
You motorboat it.
We saw no.
Yeah, I don't want to get that close. So
Oh, God,
it'll be another
God,
magic
God.
missile.
Jesus Christ.
It'll be another magic missile.
Okay.
Somebody got that.
Another magic missile. So instead of 8, it's going to be dealing 10
Boom, boom.
to each of them. Very
I
nice.
can't do that thing he does.
Oh, they're hurting.
Oh, you saw.
Both of them seemed quite injured, but they're knocked down.
Well, they should get down with it.
They get knocked down, but they get up again.
The one that you are standing in front of cannot really attack the target that it wants to attack,
Oh,
so
no.
it attacks you.
Oh,
It's like, you missed.
that hits.
Oh, wow.
You're dead.
5 and 2 gets reduced to 4 and 1, so total 5 damage, good sir. It's a slashing type attack. And then the other one, it didn't like you, and then it was all like, bitch, what? Because it was just dealt 10 damage by this fool. Fires at you with the little spiky spikes and does another 3 piercing damage to you, good sir.
To Tana, not to...
To Tana.
Okay.
Glorp. You see the epic miss that Quinn just made. You feel real bad for Quinn, but then you also feel even worse for the havoc you're about to wreak
Did you apply
on
your
this
plus 2
fucking
HP?
demon.
Because you had 20 HP starting.
You're literally right behind it.
I'm not gonna eat it.
No, I did not.
You're not going to eat it.
No. I wish to backstab it.
Excellent.
Backstab it. Backstab it.
Backstab it.
With a 17.
Holy
that is-
Plus the
shit.
thing and the other thing. You know.
It's actually also very weak. You can figure out the damage if you like, but just for the sake of awesomeness, how exactly would you like to end this demon's life?
I'm saying, how would you like to do this?
Up
How
through
would you like
its
to
like.
do this? You are not tall
like
enough for
here.
Trevor
that.
does it too.
God damn it! And its
That's not
penis
how
thing.
that
I'm so sorry. I don't
Well, I've
know.
met.
I can't jump up and do that. I can't jump up 6 feet and jam
You
it
know
up.
what? I will definitely allow that. But it will be not under its... Well, actually, you could jump up, kind of like reach around and do that. That'd be really an ineffective
Jump
attack.
around.
Now they don't have chins.
Jump around.
The person that we were
Jump
grouped
up.
with,
Jump up.
I'm definitely gonna say that you
Yeah.
can definitely jump up
is
out of
in
the
our
mist and then just like
Pathfinder game.
stick it real good right under its chin, but it's coming out like an angle.
Stick it at the pointy end.
So you're gonna pull an Azula.
What the heck was
About.
that?
Immediately when your dirk travels through
Sure.
its like jaw area, it just
Our work friend
crumbles. It just immediately, it's very satisfying for you.
Just
You're like,
I know.
yeah.
In Star Wars.
You're no longer in sneak.
I sneak again.
I
Soft, that's why the
don't.
word
Can I do
Unfortunately, that would be a disengage ability. You cannot immediately...
May I position myself
We're
or
very
move
similar
closer to the other one?
ring size, don't we?
You are actually very close to the other one
Similar.
already.
Can I go pick
Got
up my
there.
shuriken?
Right now, since you're out of sneak mode, you can use the minor action to pick up
taking it back.
your shuriken.
I feel weird
But
with
that
that
would
now.
put you about 10 feet away from the other one. Just so you
Okay,
know.
I'm gonna throw my shuriken at the other one then.
Oh, shit.
Wow, okay. So almost like a point blank throw. Just like,
Yeah.
so your other shuriken you throw, go ahead and give me a roll for that.
14.
You definitely have roll
Plus four.
damage.
She's up on her toes.
8.
Plus the 2 from
Ah,
loot, right?
did
Did
that
you
already.
do that?
Oh, you did that right.
Excellent.
I'm
You
barely
do.
remembering that it's there, so sorry.
It's all friendly
I'll-
stuff just
I'll
to make
leave you
sure.
alone.
You deal 8 piercing damage with your lovely shuriken. Just right in its side, like right in the side of the head, just like
No, it's in the eye like Butters in that episode
Yeah.
of South Park. That is one of the greatest episodes
Boggy.
I've ever done.
Yes. I'm gonna cacophony again.
just
Yeah.
Excellent. You easily do another. What was it? 6?
Yeah.
I love the idea that this is like psychic damage, where it's like, oh my god, that's loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pure, just like sonic damage.
Stop,
Just right
stop
in the
the
ear.
open notes.
Yeah, stop that. You deal 6 damage, and you see it just like vibrate, and then it takes a moment, but it slowly goes down to its knee and then falls over.
Just bleeds from its ear.
Terrific.
It tears its own ear off before it goes down.
You are successful in this first little scuffle of Crestfall.
Is this the first thing that I've killed? I think it is.
It
Actually
might
killed.
be.
Yes, I believe so. Because like earlier sessions, you didn't really have any like any offensive stuff.
How are your HP pools looking?
37 out of 42. No, 32 out of 42.
HP.
Oh, 17 out of 22.
Full, baby. Full.
28 out of 30.
Full from
28
last
out of 30?
time.
What?
28 out of 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
17 out of 22.
I'll flash shield this way just so they
Nice.
feel okay.
Are you flashing me?
I'm flashing you. Yeah, that's fine.
That's
That was
freaking
awesome.
cool, actually. It landed up on the
That
other
is
side.
Heal
very
for
cool.
8. You're full.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Terrific. You all
Oh, it's a nice
receive.
flash you got there.
Alright.
You all receive. I'm going to give you all.
And we'll probably hit on all of you.
That would be. Oh,
Oh, what's the next?
all four of you
2,000?
guys. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys. Well, I don't like that odd number.
I will let you know.
I'm just going to round up. It's going to be 250.
Dang.
What?
Dang.
Level 4.
I level 4.
He just didn't.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
250 experience.
Oh, almost ding. I just
Now I
need
get bonus
50
experience.
more.
And I think it jumps up to
Sure.
4,000.
What?
Because somebody's a higher level than us, we get bonus experience.
Oh,
I don't-
nice.
Are we still doing that?
I have considered stopping it in the past. I'm going to have it just kind of depend on the fight and the character or the monster levels.
I pick up my shurikens.
Terrific, thank you.
My
We
babies.
got a ding over here. We have a near ding, and we have 250 deep into level 3.
Look up what
That's
this
super
level is
fantastic.
for you guys.
Let's see here. What am I at? Okay, I still have
I
25.
don't roll on magic missile at all, right?
On magic missile,
It would still be a cast roll.
I knew we were forgetting something. Thank you. Wait, actually, hold on. I believe it said it.
Magic.
No, that's a zap. Zap never fails, never crits. So magic missile, you still do need to cast or have a casting roll. Yes.
Okay. Well, I just rolled 3 times and none of them were failures.
Fabulous. Okay. Good enough
Just
for
make
me.
us feel better.
Thank you.
I only did
4,000
it twice,
XP
but I
to
did
get
3
to
just-
level
Yeah.
5.
What's that?
4,000 XP is the next.
Sounds about right.
If anyone
I want
cares.
to end this battle by letting you guys know that these 3 demons, you're kind of expecting the little wispy spirits to come out of them, but that does not happen.
Interesting.
Oh, weird.
Well, you guys were expecting it. I'm like, oh, these are dead.
And the yeah, basically the 3 of them are just kind of hidden in the mist that's still within Crestfall.
Kind of poke one with my foot.
Yeah. Which also brings up...
Bodies are still there.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute. Maybe the corpses that you guys found on the outskirts, you're beginning to question now if they were actually demon or ally. So this raises some questions. You hear fighting off in the distance.
I completely forgot they still have shanties.
What do you do?
I think we're heading in.
Yeah,
We're fighting, y'all.
We're
fighting.
We're heading in, but I do want to point out, if we're going into a great long battle, we should not start it.
We're gonna run in circles to try and
just gonna farm.
Farming?
Did we loot?
You did not.
They're demons.
Glorp's curiosity gets the better. And you do a little looting.
You're weird looking buggers.
Gross. You're just
God.
like, definitely nothing. Like, all of their weaponry is essentially organic, and they have gross bodies.
Not gonna eat any of
I'm
this.
actually going to give you
would
an
recommend
option, though, since you had the idea to check them. Give me a D20. This is essentially going to be cunning, and you can have your +3 added to it.
14.
Excellent.
+3.
So, when you get to little, not little, but when you get to the big guy, after essentially examining all 3 bodies, you notice that these were of just a bigger stature than the ones that you've come across in the past.
I communicate that to the group.
You don't know why, but that's how it is. Alright, so you guys are about, I'm going to say, 50 or so feet into this alleyway, which does continue, and it rounds, not a corner, but a bend much, much further down, which you can barely make out because of how dark it is.
Would it lead us closer or further from Rys?
It would lead you equidistant from where Rys is, because it's essentially a circle.
Got it.
I'm just gonna follow wherever they go.
Quite right. Quite right. I'm gonna sneak.
Right.
Quinn-
Turning.
Quinn is currently dealing with selecting his path of the future. So,
Give Quinn a little more time. I'm going to go ahead and do just a little bit here.
I could lead the way, but I won't sneak.
Totally fine.
please lead the way. Okay. Oh, that's reported.
Burst from the ground.
You're going to, after a short while of you guys kind of like assessing the situation, Quinn seems to be kind of preoccupied mentally, and you guys are like, what the hell is going on? And right around the time we start questioning after realizing what you just done, you hear a loud otherworldly shriek that like really rattles you, like it shakes you to your very core.
I regret my life choices.
You can't shake the noise out of your ears or out of your head.
I was rolling just a willpower 10 DC to see how I react.
Yeah.
I'm changing his path.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't need to give me details. I love it though.
But I picked mage armor.
Should I be taking healing stuff?
No. He's going to stay healer, but he's just not going to go summoner anymore.
Okay. Well, that's a big change.
I know.
All right.
Just not feeling it anymore.
Doing the old mage armor stuff. All right. Watch, like 2 sessions from now, you're like, I should have gone summoner. God damn it.
Probably.
All right. What would you all like to do? You don't need to necessarily have a leader. You can do just a democracy kind of vote. You can wander off and do your own thing. I don't care. But I do want a decision.
My initial logic behind going towards this tussle was to avoid us getting stabbed from behind. Now that that's cleared,
Let's trace.
logically I would go back to where we were, then back up the hill to the city square.
Continue the same path Rys did.
Right.
Okay. You get back onto the main path and head toward town square. The shriek that you heard is coming from the town square fight.
I would say probably a quick but cautious pace.
Yeah.
Like speed and a half. 8.25.
My
It's like when you're
favorite.
trying to play through a game on an emulator and you've already beat it and you're just trying to
Yeah.
get through it quicker.
I just need to get through this shit. Yeah.
I know what Shepard says.
I'm getting to it.
You get back onto the main path and start heading towards the town
Yes,
square.
yes, we know what your favorite
You are
story.
not. You're still not snuck. Yes. Or no?
I'm not snuck because I'm leading the way towards the fight.
All right.
Not stuck.
I'll
So
follow this one.
while leading the way, you see Glorp pop in and out of the mist on occasion, kind of doing like a
Sploing.
skip.
Spring.
Follow that
Skip
spring.
sploing.
Saying that as you jump.
Yeah.
You literally saying it.
Following the lead.
And you're playing Following the Leader, which is Tides of Fate. Excellent. Let's see here. You guys get to... you get real close to the town square. I'm going to have it... I'm going to describe the situation that you guys are walking in on. It is not a good fight. You see the bodies of many soldiers strewn about the town square.
This blood is a lot closer than the other blood.
You see a few smatterings of demons locked in combat with people you don't recognize. You see Rys down on her knees, looking at someone on the ground that you don't immediately recognize. And you see what I know what it is, but you don't know what it is. But it is a much, much larger demon in the middle of the square. It has basically like people's limbs hanging out of its mouth,
Oofta.
and it has like large tendrils coming out of its back that are just otherworldly and terrifying.
Ooh.
It has knees. It is bipedal.
Oh.
Its maw
It's
is
tetrapedal.
terrifying. It essentially has teeth, but like that, like rotating, like cylindrical fashion.
Like a worm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Burrowing worm, yeah.
and it's absolutely terrifying.
Like
Yeah.
the one that caught you.
Shush, I was not wanting to think about that.
The rotating isn't a full circle because it's not a burrowing worm, but its mouth does like come apart like predators.
Okay.
So like the moving row of teeth, it's not all the way around.
It's more like a sawing motion than
Yeah,
circular.
it's just a sawing motion in general.
Oh.
It has deep red, like red-orange glowing eyes that are
Man, why
actually
you gotta match my aesthetic?
quite large. But they're up very, very high up on its head, and it has like kind of similar like arms to like the other demons, where they're just like long and slender, and they have like long like slashing like almost like nails basically. And it has like a short stubby tail, like if you've seen Tremors 3, like those guys, like the little fucking stubby tails.
I've actually
There's
seen
a
there's
lot
a
of
lot of those.
There's a lot of Tremors.
And they're all good in their own way.
Yeah, but just like the short, like stubby, like almost like Tyrannosaurus-esque tail, but just shorter. And it's just like, and
They look like the tiny
it
little
looks-
things in Silent Hill 3.
it looks like, even though there's like people hanging out of its mouth and stuff and let out that shriek, it actually seems very injured.
Good.
I can kill it right now.
Can I zap it from here?
Not from here.
That's ridiculous.
It's large enough to where approaching it, you can assess what it is, and you just know that there's more fighting going on around the like around it, and you immediately recognize Rys on the ground with someone. You just don't know who it is yet. He is too far away.
Should I kill it right now?
This thing sounds metal as hell, and Bogford will
No.
appreciate that once
You
they're
know
done
what
shitting
I'm playing
themselves.
So much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Its HP will be higher.
I could do 43 damage to it right now. Though.
I don't think that'll be enough. I'd be shocked if it was
He
enough.
said it looks very hurt.
It does look quite injured. Yes.
Sure, use all of your mana on that one hit.
I'm describing its injuries. It has like two really deep gashes along the left side of its chest and like abdomen area. Its mouth and head, just in general, looks like it has a lot of just like small cuts and like maybe a couple like crushing blows along the way. Its tail has definitely been just like hacked and like arrows sticking out of it. But yeah, it looks super pissed.
May I rush to Rys, please?
Yes, absolutely. Approaching closer. Is anyone matching Quinn's pace?
No.
To the best of my ability.
Okay, so the two of you, what about Tana?
That's supposed to be in front.
I am moving I'm moving into combat position, but trying to stick relatively close to the party.
You'll be like a happy medium
Pretty much,
between
yeah.
the two groups, I should say. Okay.
I don't have as big of a connection to Rhys as the others, but I also know that
just trying to
something's going
stay
to happen.
close to everyone. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not like standing still, but I'm not going that quick.
Yeah, you're definitely in the back. Like, is the song even appropriate right
Yeah.
now? Yeah.
As I
Doing
pass,
that bardcore version of Hips Don't Lie.
You're playing Mr. Practice.
as I pass Glorp, I say, "Come on, Boingy," and I try to scoop them up.
Okay.
Do you accept being scooped or try
Yes.
to dodge?
Yep.
It's 11.
He can do the scoopage.
You definitely accept the scoopage, and you feel your body being hurried forward towards Rhys.
Like Grogu with Luke.
As you see Rhys, you immediately recognize the dwarf on the ground as Connick.
Yeah.
Connick has seen better days.
He's an iconic person.
I'd slap my knee if I could reach
Is
it.
he alive?
You do not know. And it appears that Rhys is doing like a medicine check on Connick right now.
I insist upon her. Is he alive? I can cast heal or life or whatever I want to say. I can cast.
She looks fucking like pissed and tears streaming out, like angry crying, and just like do whatever it takes.
I cast life.
20.
Damn!
That's a big 20.
So based on old rules, that would be reviving up to half if we're doing the same thing.
Yes, I like that. You see Connick's eyes dart open, and you see like a little like wisp of like a light teal smoke come out of his eyes, and he's like like holy shit, like that was the best blowjob of my life. Like that kind of deal. And he actually like bolts upright, and Rhys immediately hugs him, and you hear her whisper into his ear. It's way too loud for you to pick up on what was said.
Let's roll nat 30 right now.
Okay, not 30. Yeah.
D4.
Oh, look, 40.
Roll a 4.
Connick literally, like after she says something to him, Connick literally looks at her, picks up her sword, insists that she takes it, and basically just like pushes her because he knows, like, and he takes his time getting up, like, oh my god, like he just had this shit.
I feel like death.
Yeah, basically.
You know when you wake up after a bad nap? That was the worst nap of anyone's life.
His back is slightly turned to you, like it's like almost a profile, and you see him like turn over his shoulder, and he just goes like, "Was that you?"
Yeah. Don't say I never did anything for you.
He grins and he says, "You know, I'm going to die.
And then he's eaten.
Why?
I've accepted it." And he rushes back into battle.
Did Rhys look hurt?
Rhys looked very vaguely hurt, like just barely, like bruises,
I'm not
scrapes.
gonna worry about her.
I'm going to go into battle as well after that. The thing and sneak first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bless that fog, man. Like that's really helping you.
12.
12, not including your bonuses.
Yes, including my bonuses.
Including bonuses.
No, not including my bonuses.
Not including
I'm
bonuses.
sorry.
Okay. I was gonna say, what? You're not one.
Jesus, 12 plus.
12 plus all the things.
Yeah.
Plus 25.
Yeah, there's actually a lot going on for you right now. So you charge into battle in sneak, moving at half speed, of course, but you're snuck.
And try to get behind the beastie thing.
You're going straight for the beastie thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll try to get behind it.
Frogs,
That's
like
the
crawling
movement
army
I'm going
styles are
for.
weird.
Got it. Rhys is basically almost in battle with this gigantic demon.
Yeah.
And Connick is like 30 or 40 feet behind. You see Connick. He had He has an axe on his belt that he takes up, but then you see him straying slightly from his path to pick up another axe that's on the ground.
Amazing. And this dude's axe.
You're getting into position in sneak mode for the big beastie. You said you were going into battle, but staying at a distance?
I'm going to stay where I am, as long as I'm in casting distance of the big nasty Krogan, yeah.
I would say big nasty Krogan, you gotta get just a little bit closer, but you can definitely stay on the outskirts of the fight.
Then I bunny hop 3 hops forward.
Okay. Because I would say the big beastie is probably about like 80 to 100 feet away in total. Like it's definitely there. It's definitely
I said
angry.
I
Definitely
moved
wants
into
to get your
casting
face.
range.
Same.
And you move to casting range. Excellent,
Same.
and as well as you. All right, so the 3 casters are lined up almost like semicircle fashion, facing this giant demon. While Rys charges in, Conic prepares himself to charge in, and Glorp is sneaking up behind it. And it is almost 10 o'clock, and I'm almost out of battery.
Seems like
This
a good
is a
positive
good
point.
stop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very good stopping point. And before this was planned, before I hit stop recording, and then I lose power now. Watch, that'd be funny. Hold on.
And without further ado, click.
Yeah, without further ado, I have 11% battery remaining, so I have time. I need a D20 from all of you.
Oh no.
Oh my lord.
Does that plus anything at all?
This is a true check.
14.
You managed to roll lower than me?
4.
2.
I also rolled a 4.
Oh,
2.
2.
that's strange.
4, 4, 2, 14.
Boggy.
14. Yeah.
As you prepare yourself mid-song, you cannot help but notice that behind the large demon, roughly 100 feet away from you, and slightly to the left, in their own separate little battle with another demon, is Veli.
Is that the one that got away?
Yes.
The one that got away.
I have damaging magic now.
Valley?
Or Velia. But
One of our
one of the
captors.
captors called her Veli as a nickname.
Oh, okay.
You have
God, that worried me.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
so serious. I thought you were just like, you're all cursed, except anybody who passes this
Yeah,
check.
no. I'm being serious because of how big of a deal that you guys made about
Yeah.
Veli getting away.
You know, if
Because
Aloysius was here, he would have charged her.
Yeah.
And left everything else behind.
Aloysius, there's a demon.
She's dead.
I think I would just kind of lean over to Quinn and just be like, we know that person, right?
One thing at a time.
You
please.
see Veli knock up 2 arrows and let them loose
Towards us or towards the demon?
towards the demon.
Okay.
Okay.
Her own demon, not the one we're
Her
fighting.
own demon.
Yeah. Her own personal
personal
demon?
She's fighting her personal demon.
Jinx.
At this moment in
Pinch
time,
poke,
we're
you
all on the
poke.
same side.
Yes.
Yeah,
How
the end.
ambassador-like of you.
Unless Aloysius was here, in which case she'd be attacked.
Aloysius
We hear the
definition.
crackle of the lightning sword. Oh, God.
He just comes flying on Scout like, this bitch! Alright. Great session, guys.
chosen one.
If I do chain lightning again, I can choose up to 4 targets.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And also, does
Oh,
it say
no.
up to 4 or does it have to hit 4? I believe it has to hit 4.
I thought it was up to
It says up to 4.
Up to 4.
That's how she
Okay.
wrote it.
That's how I wrote it, so I'm not
Because that's definitely one of the spells that I believe can actually come back and hit the party if there's not enough
This is one of the ones
targets.
that interacts at the park, isn't it? That's why it has that.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Say bye. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Guys, I'm cutting this off.
Are they gone now? Is
Bye, y'all.
everybody gone?